welcome back to my channel. It's Ashley here, and if you are new, hey girl, hey. So in this video today, I'm going to be showing how I transformed this dresser. So funny thing is, last year I did this exact same piece except for it was the chest of drawer. And when I spotted the dresser, I was like, OMG, I have to do it too. So I'm gonna have the chest of drawer transformation linked down below so you can check it out. And in this video, I'm going to be transforming this dresser. Luckily, there's not a lot of imperfections going on, so it's gonna make it a little bit easier. So with that being said, let's get started. All right, so the first things first, I am just going to start to remove all of the drawers so we can start to clean this piece out before we actually start to paint it. Okay, so I love to clean out my pieces. I mean, thoroughly clean out my pieces before I actually start to prep and paint and all that stuff. Well, this is a part of prepping, but I literally just make sure it is clean. So I mean, taking out the drawers, looking in the insides, making sure like everything is clean. I know some people might be like, oh, well, I mean, why are you doing all that when you're gonna be, you know, if you're stripping it or if you're sanding it and stuff like that, it's gonna get dirty again. But to me, I just feel like, you know, your kitchen. So you clean your dishes before you actually cook, right? So this is the same thing for me. So I'm gonna clean my dishes, clean my piece before I actually start to make it look good. So that is why it is important for me. I think you guys should definitely clean out everything and examine everything before you actually start to work on your piece. All right, so now I'm just going to start removing my hardware from the drawers. So after I've removed the hardware from the drawers, again, I'm going to do that same thing that I did with the actual body of the piece. I'm gonna start to clean out my drawers. Okay, so this piece that I'm working with is part laminate and part it has some solid wood in certain places. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to lightly sand it before I actually start to add my primer and my paint. And that is just to ensure that I have good adhesion. And I am using, I believe this was a 220 grit when I was sanding. Okay, so now I'm gonna use my blower. I love to use my blower. I just recently got it out of the storage, but I just use this to kind of just get rid of any debris that I have left over. But you can use like a broom or your rag or whatever to just make sure you're getting rid of any of the extra dust that you have. All right, so now I'm going to take my Bondo. I like to use Bondo, but you can use Painter's Putty or whatever. And I'm just going to add that over the scratches so I can fill those in. So any scratches, any holes, any imperfections, I'm gonna start to clean up the piece in that way and sand everything down. So now I'm going to start to prime the piece. You don't have to prime if you don't want, but just for me, I just like, sometimes I prime, sometimes I don't know. It just depends on how I'm feeling. So I'm going to prime this piece. This is a stain blocking primer, and I'm just literally doing one coat, and you don't even have to make sure that it looks good. You just want to put just like a little just a coat of it on there, and then you'll be good to go. All right, so now my primer is nice and dry, and I'm gonna start to add my paint. So the paint that I'm using is Jolie Paints, and the color is Slate. Alright, so now I'm going to start to add my dark wax. So I actually have a video on how to add dark wax or any other color wax. I'll have that link down below if you want to see a very in-depth description and video of all that. So you can check that out down below in the description. But here I'm just adding my clear wax on first. It's important because if you don't add that clear wax, it's not going to act as like that eraser, and you'll be like freaking out if you put on a darker wax or another color and it's not coming off easily. So just make sure you put that clear wax on first, and then you can start to add your dark wax so that you'll be able to remove what you don't want. Okay, so now I'm going to start to stencil my top to add some character to this piece. Now this is a Martha Stewart silk screen stencil, and what I'm going to say is when I got this stencil, I'm not gonna lie, it did not adhere very well, so I had to go I had to use my Easy Tack from Krylon. I'll have that link down below. Spray it on the back and it gets your stencil nice and tacky so that it'll be able to adhere to what you want to use it on. Also, some of this stencil did come off. Now, I don't know if I got a bad stencil, but I just want to let you guys know that if you do want to use the silk screen stencils from Martha Stewart, some of it did come off, which you'll be able to see in the next clip where it came off a little bit, and that's only because of the tack. But I was able to remove that when it dried completely. So all I did was like rub it off, so it was not an issue. But I did use this whole entire silk screen throughout the whole top. Okay, so I'm just showing this quick clip where I used the smaller part of the stencil. This stencil came with like, I think it was like 4 different stencils. So you have the smaller stencil that I'm using here, as you can see, and then I also used this long strip down here at the bottom of my screen to actually get into any spaces that I had. So like the space at the very front, I used the longer stencil. So I literally used all of the stencils of this silk screen to actually make sure I had my whole entire top covered with stencil. So now I'm going to do that same thing with my black wax that I did to the body of the piece, and I put my clear wax on first, and then I went back and I added the black wax, and now I'm just taking my microfiber cloth and I am removing that black wax. Alright, so now we're going to work on the hardware. So I cleaned the hardware off, and now I'm just taking the Rub and Buff. The color that I'm using is Antique Gold, and I actually, if you follow me on Instagram, I think I put it on my Facebook too, but I know for a fact on my Instagram, on my IGTV, I do have a video on how to like add the Rub and Buff and all that stuff like that on there. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, you can go ahead and check out the Instagram video of that. But basically, all I'm doing is just adding the Rub and Buff. You can use your fingers, you can use a cloth. Paper towel, I wouldn't really recommend because it kind of breaks off, but I'm just using that right now. You can use like a smaller paintbrush or whatever to get into those grooves, but just gonna add the Rub and Buff on there, and I'm doing that to all of the hardware. All right, so now just to bring in the blue, I'm gonna use that lighter blue that I used on the top, which was just a mixture of a little bit of white and the slate color from Jolie. And I added that to this center portion of, well, the middle portion of the hardware. And then now I'm just going back in with some of my antique gold to kind of clean up some sections that look a little messy. All right, and now I'm gonna go in with the antique gold, and I am going to do the little bottom portion here on the feet so that it can be a little bit of a cohesive look when you're looking at the piece from the handles down to the feet of the piece. All right, so what you've been waiting for, the final reveal. So here it is, the top. I love this stencil, love the look. The hardware, I'm loving the hardware as well. So on Instagram, I said that this reminded me of Princess Jasmine. So if you feel the same way, let me know down below in the comments. The top and the hardware and the bottom gold feet were sealed with polyacrylic, the body sealed with wax. I mean, the piece was pretty before, but I really feel like I just brought this up at 10,000 notches. If you agree with me, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. Make sure you comment down below to let me know what you think, and I will see ya in my next one.